Hey guys, welcome to Herding Little Cows to the Glory of God. I'm Sarah. I'm married to Mark. We have 8 children in the house. One has already moved out. The 8 children in the house range in age from 18 down to this guy who's 2 months old. And I am just going to share the things that I think are essential for mommy when baby is born. Again, this is not a full exclusive list. This is just if I had a limited budget, these are the things I would find as necessary after baby came and the things that I would not find as necessary. So for me, most important things when baby's born, some of these are provided by the hospital, but if you're not having a hospital birth, you might want to find something like this. So when you go to the hospital, for anyone who hasn't had a baby, you're going to get a little information here. They give you these wonderful, pretty underwear. I don't know if you can see this. But that is the underwear. It is like gauzy, so you can like see through it. And it's very, very attractive. This is unused, just so everyone knows. I'm not showing my underwear on the camera. I had an extra pair that they gave me at the hospital, so I was gonna show it. So you get these pretty underwear and you get pads. And when I say pads, I mean these huge pads. And right after you have the baby, they actually have you wear 2 of these at a time, if you can imagine that. So there's a lot of blood and fluid that comes out after the baby. So they give you all these pretty things. So at the if you had to provide your own, if you're not going to a hospital, or if you want to use something that's a little more natural than that, that's what I ended up doing. So I had some extra stuff here. But those are the things you need, something to catch all that extra fluid that your body's going to discharge. If you have a C-section, I have never had one, but I've heard that you still will discharge all this fluid from the normal place where you would discharge it. So just make sure that you're prepared for that if you do have a C-section. If you haven't had a baby, you might not understand, but this is called a Peri Bottle. They sometimes look a little different. There's holes in the top. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of light in this room, but there's holes in there. And when you squeeze it, it makes a stream of water come out. After you've had a baby, everything down there is very sensitive. So you use this while you use the bathroom to spray down there and to clean yourself off so you don't have to wipe because it would hurt. So this is the bottle that you would use for that. It's definitely helpful. Again, I had this one was a clean one that I had, but you can buy these at like pharmacies and things, I think like drugstores. And I've also heard, I mentioned this on my other video, but these I've heard are really good for when you're giving your baby a bath and being able to spray like between their toes and fingers where they get kind of fuzz just from their clothes and the world around them, to be able to spray off them. They're just fun to play with too because the spray is really fun. So this clean one can be used by the little kids. After a baby, something else. I mentioned this in the other video again, but this is called a haka. You take it like this. If this is the breast, you put it on the breast where it would suction. It doesn't suction on my hand. And any let down from baby nursing on the other side, you put this on the breast that they're not eating on, and any let down will collect here so you can collect a little breast milk. But how this is good for moms after is if you have mastitis, which is a blocked milk duct that gets infected, you can use this, filling it with warm water and Epsom salt and putting it on your breast like I just explained, and it can help draw out the infection and give you some relief from the pain. So that's a helpful hint. I haven't had to use it for that yet. I only got this pregnancy. These are like $10 on Amazon. So, and they might sell them other places. Sorry, I dropped something. So these are very, very useful. This little guy, there's a couple other things on my list. When you have your baby and you're ready to leave the hospital, you are not going to be back to your pre-pregnancy size. I mean, maybe you will, but most people aren't. I have a weird like light right there. I'm trying to move. Okay. Most people are not back to their pre-pregnancy size when they leave the hospital. So plan to take clothes that are about 6 months pregnancy. That's what you're going to be when you leave. So don't plan to take your pre-pregnancy jeans, take your maternity pants. when you leave the hospital, you're going from the hospital to home usually. And so it doesn't really matter what people see, and just be comfortable. But if you try to fit into your pre-pregnancy clothes, you're going to be very tight and hurt. Nursing bras. I don't know. I don't happen to have one out. Let me see if I can find one behind me. If laundry's been done. I don't. Oh, I have. Okay, I've got this nursing tank. This is an old one. It's all beat up. It's just kind of, if we're behind on laundry, I have it. So don't tell me I need to go get new clothes or anything. So this is a nursing top. So it's like a tank top type thing, but you wear it in place of your bra, this one. But a nursing bra works the same way. It has this little clip on it so that you can undo it to pull your shirt down and then be able to clip it again when you're done feeding baby. You can buy these in like sports bra style that you pull down over your head, the ones that you clip behind your back, the ones like this that are tank tops, but some way to be able to easily feed your baby. For those first couple weeks, days or weeks, even when I'm in the hospital, I tend to borrow Mark's oversized button-up shirts and wear those for the first few days or weeks, because I can have skin-to-skin time with my baby and much easier access to nurse while still staying modest around the rest of the family. So what I do is I just put the baby, like when I get dressed in the morning, I put on his big button-up shirt and I button it. And during the day, I put baby up under my shirt and unbutton the top few buttons, so he would be like this inside a button-up shirt, but directly skin to skin with me, because there are lots of benefits for baby skin to skin. It helps them regulate their breathing and their temperature and their heart rate. It helps when their body's not having to do that. They can use the calories that they're getting from your milk to actually grow, because their body's not using as many of those calories to regulate those systems in their body. So it's very good for baby. I love being able to do skin to skin with my babies, and I actually do skin to skin with them in bed too. As I explained in the other video, I co-sleep with my babies, which allows me to get more sleep, which I think is very essential for mom, and it allows us to grow that bond. And so while it's important for baby to be able to co-sleep with mom so that they can get the nutrition, I think it's very important for mom too to be able to get the rest she needs. Another essential for mom later on, after postpartum, I feel is the sling, like this wrap that I have on, because I can get stuff done around the house, but it is very important for mom to get 2 to 6 weeks of rest. I would suggest the full 6 weeks, but I know that's not always possible. But as much as you can, be snuggling your baby to be able to create that bond between you and baby, but also allowing your body to rest. It's important for mom to take the time when baby's eating, whether that is by breast or bottle, but mom to take that time to be able to put her feet up, because that is reminding you every couple hours that you need to sit down. I'm not saying to schedule your baby to only eat every couple hours. I'm just saying at least every couple hours, baby's going to want to eat. But also your pelvic floor has just been through a ton of work and is very loose and needs to get back to its normal position. You can go to, there's different things you can do if you need help in that area, but just being able to keep your feet up and to not do too much work is very essential, especially if you're going to have more children, because you have the more pregnancies you have, the more work that is. But I have had 9 pregnancies and I do not have problems with urinating myself when I sneeze and those types of things that other women have who have not had as many children as me. I have not always gotten as much rest as I do now, knowing that I'm an older mom. For those who don't know, I had this little guy right before I turned 39. I just recently turned 39. So I find it's very important that if God's going to bless us with another baby, that I'm making sure I fully recover from this one. And the more you recover in those first couple weeks, the faster you will get back on your feet. I know that sounds counterproductive. If I sit now, I'm going to get back on my feet faster, but you can still be having problems months down the road that could have been helped by just sitting with your baby and snuggling. So different people say it in different ways. I've seen 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, but I've heard it said, or like 3 days, 3 days, 3 days. But in the bed, on the bed and around the bed. So the first couple days or week or 2 weeks being in the bed, laying down, snuggling with baby. Priority at that point is for you and baby to get a good nursing pattern established and to just be able to learn each other's cues, to be able to just really bond with the baby. The next thing is on the bed. So making sure that you're still sitting with your feet up and taking the rest you need, getting up to go to the bathroom, do your shower, that type of thing. But making sure that the majority of your day is spent keeping your feet up. I'm not saying never get out of bed, because you do need to walk to make sure you don't get blood clots and that type of thing, but spending a lot of time just with your feet up. So if you have older kids, this is the time to be sitting on the bed and playing cards or doing puzzles, doing your schoolwork from you sitting in the bed. For me, I sit in a recliner in the living room with my feet up, and I can direct from there. I can have the kids, tell them, oh, go do this chore or bring me this. And it all happens from my recliner in the living room. And then the third step is around the bed. So doing things like standing up next to the bed, folding laundry that you've had someone else bring to you, but trying to not overwork yourself by doing everything around the house, still not getting into that, but doing a little more activity of some general, like I said, maybe folding clothes or sitting down on the floor with the child to play, but not jumping back into your chores right away. I didn't get back into full swing in the chores and stuff till about 6 weeks. At about 4 weeks, I would go to the kitchen and help the little ones toast their bread or something like that, but not big overall work. And the more you can rest then, I've got this weird, there we go. No, it's still not good. Hold on. The more you can rest then, the better. So, so you don't need, one thing you don't need, again, if you want to buy it, it's fine, but maternity tops. I always just wear a regular shirt that I pull up and I just keep baby close to me. I don't use a cover for my babies. Not that they're bad. My babies just don't like a cover, and I would say most people know that I'm feeding because of the position I'm in, but not because they're seeing any skin. Babies need to eat, and our society is very much stuck on the fact that breasts are something that is sexual, which I'm not saying it's not, but there's also just the idea that babies need to eat, and we need to make sure that we don't over-sexualize something. It's kind of like we're a very modest family. We, stay covered. I wear dresses that go down to my ankles because that's what I choose to do. But my kids also all understand that if a child needs a diaper change or a child needs to go to the bathroom, somebody has to see them with less clothes on, and it's because there's a need greater than the ankle length dress, which again, the Bible does not say ankle length dress, but just what we wear. I've had two of my 2 older girls have been at a birth with me, and you cannot stay totally covered at a birth. So they know those types of things. But you can nurse in public without people really knowing very much without a cover on. Just letting you know that. We do have a video on our channel about breastfeeding. And I think I give some tips in there. I don't know. I did that video a long time ago. But I have breastfed in front of many men and women and never been fully exposed to any of them. So I think that's all I have. Those are looking at my stuff because I had the baby stuff and the mom stuff out. But yeah, rest. You've done a lot of work getting this little baby into the world, and your body needs to recover. God's made a special time for you during this recovery period to be able to just enjoy this little baby he's given you. You guys see that I'm wearing this sling. I am now 8 weeks, 2 months postpartum. I did not wear him in this very much. I didn't wear him in it at all for the first 3 weeks. And then only when we went out to church after that for the next couple weeks. Because this, even though it's a very good way to wear your baby, puts more stress on your body and on the pelvic floor like I was talking about before. So don't go home and immediately start trying to wear your baby all the time because your body still needs that rest. So that's what I have to say today. I will see you guys next time on Herding Little Cows to the Glory of God. Please let me know in the description if there's anything you think is an essential for mom that I did not suggest. Thanks.